What's going on, guys? It's your boy Crazy Spartan here, and as always, before I get started off with the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been offering on the channel. We're going to be doing something a little bit different for this video here today. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and switch it off. I should have been done this, but regardless of that, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 point guards in the NBA today, in the league as of this season right here that just started, okay? So, y'all drop a like on this video. This is based off of my opinion. The way I'm going to do these is go on Basketball Reference. This is based off of what they played or what Basketball Reference has them listed at. So, obviously Ben Simmons is a power forward, but he plays at the point guard spot. So, what they play at. But regardless of that, Drew Holiday is going to be my number 10 point guard. Drew Holiday is probably the best defensive point guard in the NBA as of today. Drew Holiday is one of those, he's like the point guard version of Klay Thompson, right? He can go out there and get you, 20 to 25 a night if we want, if he wanted to. And he also has that knack and that ability to play extremely good defense. That's why he's, made all defensive teams in his career. And that's why he's extremely good at what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's very versatile. And I feel like when Milwaukee has the time to gel, he's going to be really good for him. So I got Drew Holiday at my number 10 spot. Moving on to number 9, I have Kyle Lowry, okay? Kyle Lowry is an NBA champion. He won it with the Toronto Raptors in 2019. Up until that point in his career, he's been a multiple-time All-Star, and I believe he's probably made a couple of All-NBA teams, maybe. But I mean, he can go out there and he can, get you some buckets, you know what I'm saying? He can score, and he plays, pretty good defense. Hence why they call him, kind of like a bulldog on defense. He can actually play really good defense, and, he can go out there and he can score. For some reason, I just don't understand why it didn't work out with him and DeMar DeRozan. I would have loved to have seen him and DeMar win a ring together, but, I mean, Kawhi just came there and changed the culture of that team, and Kyle Lowry kind of benefited from that. So I have Kyle Lowry at that number 9 spot, all right? Moving on to number 8, I have Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook has changed the way we look at the triple-double. Back in 2016, 2017, that season that he won MVP, and he averaged that first triple-double, for that season, we were like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that has never been done. It's been done, since, Oscar Robertson done it first. I forgot the season that he done it in. But, Russell Westbrook made the triple-double, it's a common feat now. You know what I'm saying? You got players like Jokic, you got players like LeBron, AD, Luka Doncic just started recording triple-doubles a lot. So, Westbrook recorded that 3 times in a row. He recorded it for the 2017, 2018, and I believe the 2019 season, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, he done it for 3 straight seasons. He won the MVP in 2017, and, he's terribly inefficient, you know what I'm saying? If he reduced the frequency of his shots and he just, kind of stuck to the mid-range game a little bit, or, didn't rush to take so many three-point shots, his efficiency would go up, and I think he would be a whole lot better player, a whole lot better of a player. But regardless of that, I mean, he plays at 110% all the time, so Westbrook makes it in at my number 8 spot, all right? Moving in, at my number 7 spot, I have Chris Paul. Chris Paul has been one of the league's best passers for a very long time. I believe he got drafted in 04, and I believe it was 04. It was either 03 or 04. But, he's been in the league a long time, and a lot of people have said that Chris Paul would have had a ring in 2018 had they not got hurt, or had he not got hurt, and Golden State, pretty much wouldn't have had a chance because of the way Chris Paul was playing. And that just speaks volumes to him as a player. You know what I'm saying? When Chris Paul went down, that team was just not the same. James Harden couldn't really carry him that game. I believe Game 7 was when they missed 27 straight threes. You can't do that against Golden State and expect to win. You know what I'm saying? So had Chris Paul been there, the offense would have been there. And not just his offense, his playmaking at an elite level. He's probably going to go down as a top 5, top 10 passer of all time. And his defense as well. Chris Paul was a very good defender, and he's a pretty good scorer too. And now that he's on the Suns with Devin Booker, I think that's gonna take the load off of Devin Booker a bit and give some of those duties to Chris Paul, who can go out there and get you 20, 25 a night if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have Chris Paul at the number 7 spot. Moving on to the number 6 spot. This spot's going to surprise a lot of people. Ja Morant didn't make the list. Jamal Murray didn't make the list. Those were just a couple of names that didn't quite make the list. So I have Trae Young on this list. Trae Young, he's not the best defensively, but offensively, he has the potential to be one of the better point guards on this list. You know what I'm saying? His size kind of puts him at a disadvantage with him being 6 foot, 6'1", but that does not take away from the fact that that man can shoot the ball. Like, a lot of people labeled him as Curry 2.0 or whatever else. I wouldn't say that he's Curry 2.0. He doesn't attack he doesn't attack the rim as much as Steph Curry does. But him and Curry shooting, they're almost on similar levels. It's just that Curry takes a lot more difficult shots, and he takes them at a higher frequency, and he makes them at a higher frequency as well. But Trae Young, he's just known as this spot-up, knockdown shooter that can really shoot from everywhere. And, he made his first All-Star team last season. And I see him, making a lot more All-Star games, all NBA teams. And, I think he's going to be really good in the future. He's just going to have to, keep his production up. And, him and John Collins being there, and now that they have Clint Capella there as well, that's going to really, bode well for that team moving forward. So I got Trae Young at the number 6 spot. Moving on to the top 5 point guards. All right, most of these can be moved up and down, just depending on how you view them. I have Ben Simmons at number 5. A lot of people could say that Ben Simmons is better than the next 4 players that I'm about to say, but I don't think he is. Ben Simmons is one of the better passers in the league. His playmaking ability at 6'10", 6'11" is absolutely god tier. Like, he is kind of like Magic Johnson, you know what I'm saying? But he's a better slasher than Magic Johnson, and he has like this vision at his height that is absolutely amazing. The one thing that Ben Simmons needs to improve on, and you guys know this, is shooting. You know what I'm saying? He has got to where he's kind of starting to want to take 3-point shots. He took one the other night, but he kind of airballed it. But I guess that was just in the moment that he got caught up. But if Ben Simmons wants to be more effective as a player, he's kind of got to push out his range a little bit. Not saying he's got to go to the 3-point line, but maybe 17 to 20 feet out, maybe, is where, I'd like to see him take his game at. But other than that, his slashing ability makes him extremely dangerous, his playmaking as well. I just don't like the fit with him and Joel Embiid being out on the court at the same time. They both just clog up the paint, and that's what has let them kind of flourish, but at the same time kind of diminish their talent, because when you have players clogging up the paint, you don't really have floor spacing. All people have to do is just create a wall around you, similar to how they do Giannis. But once Ben Simmons, decides to step out and take his game out to the three-point line, he's gonna be extremely deadly. So that's why I have him at number 5. Moving on to number 4, I have Kyrie Irving. Despite what is going on with him right now as of me making this video, Kyrie Irving has the ability to score, 30, 40, 50 points at any given time. We've seen just last season, the season opener, where they faced the Timberwolves. The man dropped, I believe it was like 60-something points or 50-something points or whatever else. And he almost made the game winner. And had he made that game winner, that probably would have been the best plays I've ever seen in my life. But regardless of that, he's an NBA champion. He's made a couple of all-star appearances in his career. Maybe a couple of all-NBA teams. But, his leadership is what doesn't quite make me want to put him in the top 3 in the league. Had his leadership been better when he went to Boston, he said he wanted his own team. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be the number 1 guy there. And, when he got to Boston, he was just being outshadowed by players like Jason Tatum and, Jaylen Brown. And, he lied to people and said that he was going to stay there forever. And, that just wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? So, now that he's, with Brooklyn, he's set the tone. He set the tone at the beginning of the season, and, now he's missed, all these games due to personal reasons. It's just, it's putting his leadership under the light, you know what I'm saying? And now he's going to have to play third fiddle to Kevin Durant and James Harden. Kevin Durant is the best player on this team, by far, no shadow of a doubt. But it's just going to put his leadership into question. So that's why I have him at number 4. Moving on to number 3, I have Damian Lillard. Now, before y'all, click off the video, don't do it just yet. Damian Lillard is one of the better shooters in the league that I've ever seen, other than, obviously the man Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, right? Damian Lillard is one of the most cold-blooded players as well. He does not shine from the moment. He never relinquishes his spotlight. Whenever there's a big shot that needs to be taken or a big shot that needs to be made, he's there. He done it in 2014 to the Rockets, where he, kind of was clapping for the ball, and he made that three-point shot against the Rockets to send them home. And then just in 2019, last season, not last season, but a couple of seasons ago, he sent the Oklahoma City Thunder on a three-point game winner that is one of the most iconic moments already in NBA history. So Damian Lillard does not shy from the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Extremely clutch, and he's an extremely loyal player. Really, the only thing that keeps him from moving up on this list is just kind of his loyalty to that team may end up hurting him in the long run if he doesn't win a championship there. But other than that, Damian Lillard is just one of the more loyal players in the league, and that's respectable. And him and CJ have made their cases for one of the best backcourts in the league now. So Damian Lillard moves in at the number 3 spot. And at the number 2 spot, we have my man Luka Doncic. Okay, Luka Doncic. What more is there to be said about this guy? Luka Doncic coming into the league, a lot of people just had questions about him. They had questions of whether he can adjust to the NBA style of play, you know, with him coming from, you know, overseas or whatever. They had a lot of questions, and I was one of them. I had a lot of questions, you know, around him adjusting to the NBA style of play. But man, oh man, he had one of the best rookie seasons I've seen by far. Other than, you know, Michael Jordan's rookie season, which was really good, and LeBron's rookie season. But Luka Doncic is just an extremely solid player. I'd even go as far as saying he is a top 5 player in the league now. You know what I'm saying? And I have a feeling he's gonna win, you know, an MVP or two in his career. I just don't have him winning MVP this season. Just because, you know, you got players like LeBron, you got Kevin Durant coming back into the fold, Steph Curry's playing really good right now. But Luka Doncic has a solid case for MVP. And he just made his first All-Star appearance last season too, along with Trae Young. So I feel like he's going to win, you know, multiple MVPs in his career. And, you know, when LeBron moves out of the West, whenever he's, you know, done and he hangs up the sneakers, Luka Doncic and Porzingis, if both of them can stay healthy, they will contend in the West for many years to come. So, Luka Doncic is my number 2 player, my number 2 point guard in the league as of right now. Y'all already know my number 1. Mr. Wardell Stephen Curry. Man, oh man, look at Curry. So inspirational. But what more can be said about Curry? 2-time MVP, one of those being the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. 3-time champion. I believe he's a 6 or 7-time All-Star. You know, All-NBA player. What more can you say about him? A lot of people knock his legacy because he doesn't have any finals MVPs. Listen, I'm tired of all the Curry slander because we can honestly sit here and argue all day that the 2015 finals MVP should have been his rather than Andre Iguodala. Yeah, Andre Iguodala held LeBron to, 26, 27 points a game? Whereas Curry was dropping that same amount of points in that finals run. A lot of people say, well, if Kyrie wouldn't went down, they wouldn't have won, or Kevin Love or whatever. Listen, circumstances happen, just like 2019, a couple of seasons ago, when Klay Thompson got injured and Kevin Durant got injured. Who's to say that Golden State wouldn't have won that championship there? That would have been ring number 4 for Curry. Hell, Kevin Durant might have won Finals MVP. He probably would have. But regardless of that, his lack of Finals MVPs should not deter him from being the best point guard in the league. He has revolutionized the game in so many ways, and a lot of people just put his leadership into perspective, and they say that he's a bad leader because he doesn't have a Finals MVP or he can't really lead his team to wins. I can go all day about it, but Stephen Curry is the best point guard in the league today, in my opinion. So, drop a like on this video if y'all enjoyed it. If y'all did, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is there anything on my list that you would have changed? And, yeah, just drop a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on your notifications so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. But if you guys seem to enjoy this kind of video where I do, top 5s and top 10s in the league now or whatever else, yeah. Let me know, and hell, I might come back with shooting guards and small forwards and power forwards and centers, and then we'll move on to other things. So, yeah. Other than that, be sure to check out the feature channel section. Got a lot of good channels there, and also check the links in the description box below. But other than that, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that mamba mentality, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.